Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I'm so happy that you've joined me today. Today we're going to make fabric stamped tags for our junk journals. But first, let's have our shout out to Vicki, Cecilia, Stephanie, Joyce, Dee, and Shelley. I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, you guys, get yourself some cardstock. Now, cut it in a size tag that you need, or the size that you like. It really doesn't matter what size you choose. And go ahead and get yourself your coffee dyed paper. And I am going to go ahead and I am going to cover both sides of my card here with my coffee dyed paper. So I'm just going to put a little glue on that side, and I'm going to trim it out. And then I'll put some glue on the other side. And I'll do exactly the same. All right, that's all taken care of. Now I need to do this side right here. And if you're not going to sew, then you'll want to make sure you put more glue on there than I am, because you'll really want to have all the corners stuck and everything. Now I am not going to round the corners because I am going to put some fabric on here, and I just don't think I can do it with rounded corners. I didn't even try it. I just think that it'd be much easier just to keep the corners on and not round them. Alrighty, so there we are. Now what I'd like to do is bring in a piece of plain cotton fabric, and I like that side because I really like that color right there. So I'm going to put it on this side. I'm going to do the exact same thing, and I'm just going to put some glue on here just to hold it in place, because I am going to take it over to the machine. See how this is doing? That's perfect. Now, I have lots of extra, but I'll show you what I'm going to do with that in just a minute. I am going to take it to the machine. I'm going to sew all the way around. And like I said, if you're not going to sew, then you're just going to need to apply enough glue, probably a little Elmer's glue, and let it dry to get the fabric to stay on. I'll be right back. All right, I've got that sewn on nicely. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to trim just a little closer to the edge here of my tag. There we go. It's coming now. There we go. Just a little closer. I think I'm going to pick this up. It might be easier. Okay. I'm going to trim this one, this side. Goodness gracious. Probably can't even see what I'm doing. I can't even see what I'm doing. Okay. Alrighty. Now what I'd like to do is fray the edges. So I'm just going to start, and this will take just a little bit of time. So I'm going to fray my edges, and then I'm going to fray all the way around, all four sides. And then I'll be back and I'll show you what my next step is. All right, I have the edges frayed very nicely. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my script stamp, my large script stamp like this. And I'm going to use my vintage photo, and I'm going to ink it up and get all the ink on here. Then I'm going to place it right on my fabric tag. Oh yes, isn't that pretty? That is so pretty. Now I'm going to finish and do the bottom part. Alrighty, let's get this on here just like this. All right. Oh, that's beautiful. Just beautiful. I'm going to move this over here. Boom. Sorry about that. That was loud. Okay. I'm going to wipe this up so it doesn't get on our tag. I'm going to lift it up so you can see what this looks like. Isn't it beautiful? Okay. So now I have a butterfly stamp. It's going to look like this. And I'm going to bring in my black ink. And I'm going to load it up with ink. And I'm actually going to start at the bottom. And I'm going to put my first butterfly right here at the bottom. I'm going to put another butterfly right here on the top. And I'm going to put another butterfly in the middle. Just like that. Oh my goodness, I think that is so pretty. So pretty. Now what I'd like to do is I'd like to bring in some buttons. And I have some string here. And I am going to decide which buttons I want to use on here. I think I want to use a couple of buttons, like maybe like that. Now, I'm going to put my string through the hole of the button. I've trimmed it. I'm going to put the other end through the other hole, and I am going to tie it. Tie a knot. I'll take it down to the end so I don't waste so much string, but I don't want to make it too difficult for me. I'm going to tie a knot, and then I'm going to trim, not totally off, I'm just going to trim, leaving some tassels, some string tassels there. And I am going to do all 6 of these buttons, and then I'll be right back. All right, I've got my string through my buttons, and now I'm going to decide, do I want 3 and 3, or do I want 3 and 2? How do I want this to go here? Let me see. I kind of like 3 and 2. I kind of like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get my glue, and I am going to go ahead and glue these down. I am going to pay attention to which way the holes are going. I want them to all go the same way. Now I know that some of you will not matter that you do that or don't do that. For me, I want them all to be going the same direction, pointing in the same direction, I guess the word is. So I'm choosing across, the holes going this way. So I'm going to see that I lay them down so they're all going that same direction. I know some people are going, what? Why would it matter? Well, right, but for me, I guess it does. So if it doesn't matter to you, then you don't have to worry a bit about it. So here we are, you guys. I think this is an adorable tag. I think it's simple, it's easy, but I absolutely love it. I made another one. This one's a much smaller tag, and I just put one button in between the three butterflies. You guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll see you there, guys. Bye now.